Hey, what is up, mortals? It is SBurkVA here, and welcome to Part 9 of What If Deku Was a Power Ranger. I just want to greet you guys by saying sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. It's morphin' time. Midoriya emerged from the darkness into open air. As the green teen fell, he noticed for the first time that he was in the shipwreck zone. He hit the water with a large splash. As Midoriya kicked his way to the surface of the artificial lake, a large shadowy figure zoomed towards the teen. Before he could react, a large set of teeth bit into Midoriya's arm. The alarmed youth winced in pain. Midoriya delivered a grid-powered punch to the being that was attached to his arm. This forced the two apart. Blood leaking from his wounds, Midoriya knew he needed to take out the guy that bit him.
Hello, Green Ranger. I am the Slippery Shark. It'll be my pleasure to destroy you today.
The Shark Man held out his hand, and a boomerang-shaped blade appeared in his, fish hands. The Slippery Shark went to attack Midoriya with his lopsided blade. But before the creature moved an inch, Tsuyu Asui burst into view. The Frog Girl delivered a powerful double kick to the side of the Shark Man's head. She then grabbed Midoriya with her tongue and escaped the scene. The wide-eyed girl brought Midoriya to the sinking ship in the middle of the area. She had already rescued Mineta, who was on the ship. But Midoriya did notice that the grape had passed out and had several bruises on his small body. If Midoriya had to guess, the short boy had tried something pervy, and Asui had put him in his place.
Are you okay, Midoriya?
Asui then noticed the blood on Midoriya's arm.
Oh no. Did that villain do that to you? Let me take a look at it.
Midoriya showed Asui his arm. The large-eyed girl tilted her head in confusion.
I see blood, but I don't see any wounds.
Midoriya could see that the girl was right, but Midoriya was sure that the villain's teeth had pierced his skin. Just then, the slippery shark burst out of the water and landed on the ship's deck.
Thought you could get away from me? Well, bad luck for you. I'm fast in water and on land.
The Shark Man rushed Asui with his blade. Midoriya tore the blade from the Shark Man's hands, and then threw the blade overboard.
Midoriya, your hands.
Midoriya looked down at his hands. The blade had left a deep cut, but it was already healing. A thin golden aura surrounded the teen. In a few moments, the cut closed, leaving only the faint trace of blood on Midoriya's palms.
I can heal. That is so cool, but I think there's more to it, though. I'm so happy for you. But I'll destroy you. Healing power, no.
The fishy villain charged at Midoriya with his bare hands. Even though he now had the ability to heal, Midoriya knew that he could not be reckless. His years of martial arts training took over. The adamant youth took a fighting pose. As the shark zoomed at him, he dodged right and delivered a powerful roundhouse kick to the creature's back. This caused the slippery evildoer to fall flat on his face. Still lying on the ground, the shark monster asked Midoriya a question in an irritated voice.
How did you react to my speed? You aren't even morphed. No human should be able to react to my tremendous speed.
I guess I'm not like other humans. Midoriya then looked to his classmates. Guys, this may sound weird, but this thing isn't human. Don't hold back, or it will kill you.
Are you sure, Midoriya?
Just trust me on this, guys. Asui nodded her head. The long-haired girl did not know Midoriya that well, but she decided to trust him. It was better than the shark. Mineta, on the other hand, was frozen in fear. The tiny teen, literally, was not expecting to fight villains so soon. He was certainly not expecting to have to fight to the death, or become grape juice, on the deck. Asui wasted no time coming to Midoriya's aid. The frog girl used her muscular tongue to restrain the shark. Midoriya then used this capture to deliver a dragon barrage to the monstrous predator. Mineta watched his two classmates fight the villain. The purple-haired boy was almost taken aback by Midoriya. The pervy youth wondered how such a plain-looking guy could be so cool. This thought made Mineta jump into action. The fearful teen started throwing the balls that made up his hair at the Shark Man. The purple sphere stuck to the creature. Midoriya and Asui wondered what these balls did.
Asui, throw the monster against the ship. Do it now.
Asui did as Mineta said. Using her frog tongue, Asui slammed the slippery shark against the ship's cabin. The creature stuck to the wall. The Shark Man tried to get free, but was unable to break the grip of the purple balls. Midoriya and Asui looked at Mineta with a quizzical look. The short teen then explained that his balls stick to anything, but he bounced off of them. He told them the shark was not going anywhere. Midoriya was impressed. The ability seemed simple, but in the right situation it could be incredibly effective. All of a sudden, a strange-looking being appeared before the three youths. Its head seemed to be made of melted gold. The creature's body was composed of a slimy blue substance.
My name is Blue Globber. You're a strong ranger. Give me your power. You're a strong ranger. Give me your power.
The creature's hands grew in size. Each finger was tipped by a glowing orb. The creature then pointed these large fingers at Midoriya. The finger orbs started siphoning Midoriya's energy. Midoriya fell to his knees trying to catch his breath.
What did you do to me?
I got what I wanted. Now I'm out of here.
The slimy beast then warped away through one of the Shadow Man's portals. Asui and Mineta ran over to check on Midoriya.
Ribbit, are you okay, Midoriya?
Midoriya was still catching his breath. The green teen answered his worried classmates in between breaths.
I'm okay, Asui. I just feel a little lightheaded. Just give me a minute.
After a few moments, Midoriya's breath steadied, and he stood back up.
That's why they split us up.
What do you mean, Midoriya?
The villains split the 6 of us up so we could steal our energies.
Do you mean our classmates whose costumes look like yours, Midoriya?
Yes, Asui.
That was their plan. Wouldn't it have been easier to do that at the front gate?
That's not a bad point, but the villains likely didn't want to risk it with us in a group like that. The creature probably didn't want to take the risk of that.
That Glob guy was targeting you, and it's likely he will go after the others too.
That's what I'm worried about.
By the way, Midoriya, that Globber guy called you a ranger. What did he mean?
It's a long story, Asui. After this is over, I swear I'll tell you and the others the truth.
The wide-eyed girl nodded at this answer from Midoriya. As the teens came to an understanding, Midoriya's morpher started blinking. Then Melissa's voice started coming through the morpher.
Midoriya, are you all right? Yes, Melissa. I'm with Asui and Mineta in the Shipwreck zone. I'm fine now, but this monster drained me of my energy. Was the monster that did it a dark blue slime man with a gold head? So he was there too. Yes, he was. Me and Mina also got our energy zapped. We're both fine now. Can we teleport out of here?
Teleport?
I tried. There's some kind of energy dome around the facility that is preventing teleportation to the outside.
Midoriya thought for a moment.
Can we still teleport inside the USJ? That's not working either. There's some kind of magnetic interference inside the dome. It would be very dangerous to try and teleport through that, trust me. Okay, my group will make our way back to the front gate. See you soon.
Asui and Mineta watched this conversation with awe. This gave the two even more questions they needed answers to.
Okay, guys. Let's go help our friends.
Midoriya took out his morpher and held it before him.
You guys are gonna love this. It's morphing time!
In a flash of green light, Midoriya was equipped with his Green Ranger suit.
That is so cool, Midoriya.
Midoriya and his 2 comrades took off toward the USJ entrance. Meanwhile, Bakugo and Kirishima were busy fighting off putties and monsters in a condemned building. Despite only having his concussion waves, the name given to the power by the others, for a few hours, Bakugo was making excellent use of them. The blistering youth would unleash a wave at a group and then finish them off with well-placed punches and kicks.
Damn, these things are annoying. Hey, Bakugo. You know the funny thing about morphin'? You don't miss it until you can't do it anymore. Oh, you heard that one. It's one of the oldest jokes in the book, idiot.
While Bakugo was busy dispatching a creature by the name of Chunky Chicken, several putties attempted to strike Bakugo from behind. Unfortunately for the putties, Kirishima saw this underhanded tactic, and the spiky boy jumped in to protect his partner. Kirishima's determination to protect Bakugo caused an energy surge in his body. The putties rushed toward the Black Ranger only to hit an energy barrier. The barrier was the outline of a mammoth head in dark purple, almost black light energy. Kirishima was amazed at his new power. The energetic teen noticed that the shield was being projected out of his arm, which he had held out in front of himself.
Heh, I have a mammoth shield. This is so manly. Let's see what I can do with it.
Kirishima held his arm steady and charged toward the putties. The shield moved forward as well. This turned Kirishima into a human steamroller. Putties were thrown to the side of the charging teen's path and reduced to dust. After finishing off the putties he was dealing with, Bakugo looked back to see the last of the putties disappear from Kirishima's attack.
Huh. Nice power, Kirishima. Yeah. Now if only I just knew how to turn it off.
And with those words the shield shrank and the light dissipated.
Well, guess that answers that. Thanks for having my back, man. Always, Bakubro.
Just then a shadow portal appeared and the blue Globber jumped out. The creature siphoned Bakugo and Kirishima's energies. The 2 boys collapsed from exhaustion. The slimy fiend then exited through the same portal he appeared through. No grandstanding this time. This video is sponsored by SoundPeats and their new True Free 2 wireless earbuds to provide the next level of quality and comfort. Ever gone out for a run and have to readjust your earbuds every 5 minutes? How about worrying about getting caught in the rain and ruining your $200 earbuds? Well, those days are behind you. With an ergonomic design created to stay on even through the most rigorous workout or function through a cascade of rain with its IPX7 water resistance, enjoy 20 hours of battery life and seamless switching between earbuds without interruptions, and at a fraction of the price of most premium earbuds. Check out the new True Free 2 wireless earbuds in the link in the description below. Also, know that using the link below, you won't only get an excellent audio experience. You'll be supporting the channel so we can continue to provide the highest quality content possible. Each purchase helps, so if you're on the lookout for a new pair of buds, we've got you covered. Now, back to the morphing. It took several minutes for the boys to regain their strength. As the boys caught their second wind, the crests on their morphers lit up. Huh. I guess that means our morphers are working again. Right after we finish off all the bad guys. Melissa then spoke through the morphers to the boys.
Bakugo, Kirishima. So glad I could get a hold of you. Are you two okay?
We were overrun by putties and monsters for a moment, but we took care of it thanks to Kirishima. How are the others, Melissa?
Jiro is taking care of business, and Midoriya is on the way to the front gate. Ashido is with me.
Melissa then related to Bakugo and Kirishima that the blue Globber stole energy from her and Ashido. The vivacious blonde then explained that Midoriya said that the same creature zapped him, too. Ah, that sucks. Is the teleportation system working? Maybe we could use that to evacuate the others using it.
We can't teleport outside of the USJ, and there's some weird magnetic interference inside the dome.
Okay, teleporting is out. Me and Kirishima will head back over to the entrance on foot.
Good. See you in a minute.
Bakubro, shouldn't we help our classmates? If this creature is stealing energy, then they need our help. No, that'll be a waste of time. Even though our classmates aren't Power Rangers, they can take care of a few putties. We need to take out that portal guy. What do you mean? I can only guess. But I'd say that Ninja and Kruger helped out for the UA security system to protect against grid-based teleportation. That's why these villains are using that warp villain. That would explain why the putties and commanders haven't attacked the campus. But considering what's going on, I'd say that the bad guys have taken control of the teleport blocker, somehow. That means that there's no way to get out of here, and no way for anyone to get in. So we need to take out that shadow guy and the skinny dude with the white hair. Once we do that, this'll end. Good idea, Bakubro. That white-haired dude gave me the creeps. Yeah, I get the feeling you may be a grid user, too. Well, let's get going. I'll have your back all the way. Thanks, Kirishima. And let's put these morphers to use. Both boys took out their morphers and shouted, "It's morphin' time!" The two boys were then morphed into their ranger suits. The two rangers then used their enhanced speed to head over to the entrance to deal with the evildoers. Meanwhile, Jiro had ended up in the rock slide zone with Kaminari and Yaoyorozu. A large group of putties had descended upon the three teens as soon as the darkness lifted. Kruger had told Jiro and Melissa not to use their morphers during this exercise and to focus on developing their civilian powers. But Jiro knew that Kruger was probably not expecting an all-out emergency when he said that. The purple-haired youth knew she had no choice. Guys, stand back for a moment. What are you going to do, Jiro? Without a word, Jiro took out her power morpher and shouted, "It's morphing time!" With that action, Jiro was now in her yellow ranger suit. The punk rock girl took a fighting pose and prepared to take on the putties. Yaoyorozu was impressed by how Jiro's suit could spring forth from such a small container. The intelligent girl wanted to ask how that worked, but knew that the three needed to focus on the task at hand. Kaminari had no such focus. The electric teen blurted out the dumbest question ever. "How did you change into your costume without taking your clothes off?" If Jiro hadn't been wearing a helmet, the girl's face would have been a mask of irritation. The girl only responded to the stupid question with a simple, "You are such an idiot." This banter was broken up by the appearance of the blue Globber. The slime ball appeared in front of Jiro ready to zap her of her energy. Jiro used her ranger speed and agility to deliver several powerful strikes against the monster. The walking slime mound disappeared before he got the chance to steal the purple-haired girl's energy. "What was that thing?" The electric blonde then wiped at his mouth. "Yeah, what a slime ball. Are you two okay?" Both teens said that they were all right. All three kids then turned toward the putties. Jiro looked around at the putties that had gathered at the three. The group of gray men were moving in slowly, like a predator that had cornered its prey. Jiro knew she was going to need more firepower. She had defeated this many putties before, but she had a feeling that her fellow rangers and classmates were in trouble. This was no time to show off her considerable fighting skills. Jiro then remembered Melissa had activated their weapons. The clever girl called up the weapons menu on her visor. The screen showed that she had two options, something called a blade blaster or power daggers. Jiro went for the blaster, figuring that would work best against such a large group. The blaster appeared in Jiro's hand. The purple-haired girl took aim and fired. With each shot, Jiro took down a putty. The punk girl said a silent thank you to Ninja for making her play all of these shooter games during her training. After only a few minutes, the giant group of putties had been reduced to mounds of gray powder dotting the rockslide zone. Just as the last putty fell, Melissa got in contact with Jiro. The Blue Ranger told Jiro that the other Rangers had taken care of the threats in their areas and were making their way back to the entrance. Melissa also related how the Blue Globber was stealing the other Ranger's energy. Finally, the intelligent girl told the Yellow Ranger about the teleportation problems. "So that's what that thing was trying to do. I put the beat down before he got a chance. The slime ball then ran away with his tail between his legs." As Jiro recounted the incident to Melissa, a large figure appeared from the shadows. The figure tried to blast Jiro in the back, but it didn't work. Jiro heard the figure's movements. The purple-haired girl leveled her blaster and fired her blade blaster behind her without looking.
Sneak attacks only work if you're quiet, creep.
The figure stepped out of the shadows.
Well, subterfuge is not my specialty. I am the great magnet brain, and magnetism is my game.
The being's head was a large horseshoe magnet with an eye between the poles. The creature held a large staff that had an N on one end and an S on the other. Yaoyorozu and Kaminari were both awestruck by Jiro's actions.
Jiro, that was so badass. Jiro, what is going on over there? I think I found the source of the magnetic interference, Melissa. I'll rejoin you and the others when I take care of it.
Jiro's blade blaster disappeared and was replaced by her power daggers.
Those are some nice daggers, little lady. I think I'll take them.
The magnet-headed villain used his magnetic powers to try and yank Jiro's daggers out of her hands. Jiro felt the pull of the villain's powers but held on tight.
You want my daggers, monster? Let me give them to you.
Jiro jumped toward Magnet Brain with all of her power. The determined girl impacted the monster in the chest with the tips of her daggers. She then followed up with several energy-enhanced slashes across the creature's body. Magnet Brain was visibly injured from Jiro's attacks.
How are you this strong? We were told you were much weaker.
Looks like your information was wrong. It's time to finish you off.
Jiro charged up her daggers to full power. The punk girl charged at the monster one more time.
Take this, moron! Tiger Slash!
The monster jerked around in agony. Magnet Brain then dissolved into a large mound of gray powder.
You mess with the tiger, you get the teeth. That was super awesome, Jiro! But heroes aren't supposed to destroy bad guys. Would it have been better if I let him kill you, idiot? Anyway, that creature wasn't human. He was a creation made of clay. If I had held back, who knows what he would have done. She makes a solid point, Kaminari. What I'm concerned about is our classmates. They're probably getting attacked by these beasts too. Oh, with that creature out of the way. I can now teleport us to the front gate to finish this fight. Teleport?
Jiro placed a hand on each of her classmates' shoulders. The three teens disappeared in a flash of yellow light. Meanwhile, things were going horribly wrong at the main entrance. Kruger, aka the Shadow Ranger, was destroying putties left and right. Aizawa was also doing well against the putties. Tenko Shimura watched the fight with growing interest. A large lizard man stood next to the white-haired man. A device on Tenko's wrist began to blink.
My teleport system's working again. That means Magnet Brain was destroyed. And Globber hasn't gotten back yet. This isn't going well.
As Tenko finished his statement, Blue Globber appeared next to the adamant man.
Globber, did you accomplish your mission?
I gathered most of their power. What should I do now?
Return to base. Master wouldn't like it if we came away from this battle empty-handed.
Tenko turned to the lizard man next to him.
Lizinator, take care of Eraserhead. I'll take care of the dog.
Tenko rolled the sleeves on his long shirt up to reveal a Dino Thunder morpher on his wrist. The skinny man raised the morpher to his mouth and uttered 2 sentences.
This is Tenko to the Hidden. Rendezvous with me at the front gate.
Thank you all for sticking around, and I hope that you enjoyed. Before you leave, we would just like to let you know that We the Celestials has several other channels for your entertainment and viewing purposes. All the information you'll need is right below here in the description, so feel free to check out all the other incredible projects our team creates. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. That's all for today's video, so goodbye, and have a great day.